Anthony Slater here with Darnell Mayberry. We're inside the Peak, and for the first time in a while, we're talking about a Thunder win. 97-82 over the Jazz, a slump breaker. It breaks a 6-game losing streak, and it's a game against Utah, and it's a game against November, but it feels like a big win.
It is a big win. Every win from here on out is going to be a big win. They're much-needed victories. It's only the fourth one of the season. They're now 4-12. They got a long way to go before we can start talking about playoffs, but, I mean, they need every victory now to get to the playoffs.
They were down 25-15 early, looked a little sluggish. Scott Brooks goes to an all-bench lineup, 16-4 run to end the first quarter. Thunder bench outscores the Utah bench 44-3 tonight, led by Jeremy Lamb, who had, I believe, 21 points in 23 minutes. Might have been the best game of his Thunder career considering all the circumstances.
Yeah, and Scott Brooks praised his defense after the game. That was pretty solid, too. He's playing Gordon Hayward. He got some steals, got some deflections, got out in transition. I think that kind of sparked him a little bit offensively. He still had some inconsistent moments defensively, but for the most part, it was a nice all-around game.
Yeah, I mean, they got 22 from Reggie Jackson, I believe 20 from Serge, although, he was a little inefficient tonight. But overall, solid team effort, but you got to look at the bench.
The bench, what was it, 44-3? I think you wrote about it. It turned the tide of the game when they came in midway through the first quarter. Ended the game, as you said, on a 16-4 run. The Thunder was in control ever since. I mean, Utah was in the game. They were never really out of it until the fourth quarter. But, I think the bench really won this game for them tonight.
Well, let's go to Coach Scott Brooks and some of the players and see what they had to say about tonight's win.
It was a good win. It was a good team win. We knew we've been close so many times, and I told the guys, we have a lot of things to be thankful for on this, this week, Thanksgiving, for families, for teammates, for each other. We're not thankful for our record, but we're thankful that we've stuck together during the month of November when our record is not what we want it to be. But we stuck together, and we believe in one another, and we were so close many times. And when you're close many times and not win, there's a lot of times where I've been on teams where you start pointing fingers. That hasn't happened, and that's a testament to the guys that we have, the characters of the guys that we have in the locker room.
Defense, we was able to, get some stops, get out and run. We played together, played for each other, and like I said, we was able to get some stops, get some easy buckets, and get the game. Reaching distance.
Feel good just to go out there and play Thunder basketball. I thought we just kept it up on the defensive end all night. We made shots, but our defense intensity was great. I thought our guards did a great job tonight, guarding pin downs, getting into the ball, and just causing havoc. So just overall a good team win.
It helps, but I think the goal is to get our level of play consistent and to not get too high or low with wins or losses. But there's no doubt you win or you lose 6 straight that a win is much needed and good for confidence and morale. So I think hopefully what we do, we recognize why we won and what we did to win, and we recognize why we lose in those games and try to change it. And I think that's part of being a pro, is being able to take the good and try to continue to do more of that, take the bad, try to correct it.
Happy to win, but I'll be relieved when we find out how to pull out one of these close ones. A lot of teams can win these easy games where you pull away, not taking away from what we did tonight. I wish we could win all of them like that, but when the season goes down, you're going to have to learn how to win close games. I figured we've learned how to be in close games, so right now without our 2 superstars, it's going to come down to us trying to figure out how to win these close ones. So once we get over that hump and become victorious in these close games, these battles that we have, I think I'll be more relieved then.
Now another big game comes Friday against a not great New York Knicks team, but a familiar face leading the way. Derek Fisher back in town. It's going to be good to see D-Fish.
Yeah, Derek Fisher. Don't forget assistant coach Brian Keefe. They also got another player development guy here, Josh Longstaff. So it's kind of like a bunch of familiar faces on that Knicks staff right now. It's going to feel kind of like a reunion for a lot of these players and coaches. But, again, that's going to be a game that the Thunder needs to win. Carmelo Anthony might not play because of a back injury. Jose Calderon's coming back for the Knicks, and he's playing well already. But you got to beat the Knicks at home. They're not very good this year, and the Thunder really needs that win.
No doubt. That'll do it for us. For the best Thunder coverage team anywhere, stay tuned to newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.